Our stop today takes us to a restaurant on the edge of Southeast Grand Rapids called the Candied Yam, whose slogan promises delightful Southern cuisine and whose food backs it up.
And you just want one perch and one mash?
Feel the soul in the front and feel the heat in the back. You want a slice of the South, you come to the Candied Yam.
How you doing?
Where friendship and flavor
It's so good.
come together.
They're all fresh.
But the comfort cuisine is only a part of the reason this place is so special, and let me tell you, it's pretty special. But the other part is this woman right here, the owner of this fantastic establishment, Jessica Ann Tyson. Thanks for letting us crash your kitchen today.
Absolutely. Are you ready?
I don't know. I hope I am. I'm super excited. In a bit, we are going to go back into the kitchen, get our hands dirty, make some food. But before we do that, before she shows me how things are done here at the Candied Yam, I want to show you what it's taken her to get to this point. Let's take things all the way back, because on your bio on the website, this place talks about having fresh ingredients. So one might assume that fresh ingredients have always been a big part of your life, but in your early years, fresh ingredients were the last things that you could get your hands on, weren't they?
They were max. You know, the freshest ingredients, they were not coming to me.
Jessica's biological mother battled addiction, making it impossible for her to take care of her children. And that forced Jessica to find food any way she could. And many times, that meant pulling from a trash can.
And you don't know that it's abnormal because it's what you do. And so for a long time, until I was about 4, my twin sister and I, you know, we did the best we could.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And I was going to say, fortunately, at least you weren't doing it alone, because you do have an identical twin sister.
I do.
I'm a twin myself, so that hits close to home for me.
Boy,
I'm fraternal,
girl,
though.
fraternal. Okay, you have a girl or a boy?
Boy.
Okay, cool.
Are you older or younger?
I'm 3 minutes older.
3 minutes older?
3
I'm
minutes.
1 minute older. I knew I liked her. But when did things start to shift and turn around for both of you?
You know, we were in the foster care system, which I'm a proponent for the foster care system, but unfortunately it wasn't a good experience for my sister and I.
But after 3 years, their luck started to turn around. A preacher and a teacher, as Jessica put it, wanted to adopt twins. They found Jessica and her sister Monica through an agency, and after several weekly visits, they decided to make it official, giving Jessica and Monica a new home.
That's the love affair began.
Her new parents made fresh food a priority, growing onions, collard greens, and so much more in their garden.
We understood the opportunity that this food was fresh and it was so good for your body because we were growing it right in our yard. We loved it, and it was good for your soul and your spirit. And coming from the circumstances that we had, this was just like a gift to be able to have a family, a dream family this way.
It's a dream Jessica has yet to wake up from.
Thank you.
When she wasn't cooking meals at home, she used to order food from a restaurant in Southeast Grand Rapids. But one day, in 2016, that restaurant closed, and she decided to make it her own.
I had like a group of like 5 things I want to accomplish before I, check up out of here. And this was one of them. And I was like, there's an opportunity. And within 24 hours, I had the business.
And it was this exact space that we're in right now?
It was this exact space.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Today, the Candied Yam is considered one of the top 50 restaurants in Grand Rapids. It's an honor that means so much more than just a label for a woman who used to wonder when and where her next meal would come from.
Because I was that little girl who had food scarcity. I was the little girl who was looking for an opportunity to work as I got older. I was that little girl who wanted to have just a dream, the American dream, if you will, of having a place at the table, literally. And that's my story.
Jessica's story is a special one, and so is her food.
This is my first time putting on an apron, and it is showing because I cannot figure it out.
So we took a trip into the kitchen to watch it all come together.
There we go. That was easy.
We fittingly started with the food that gave the restaurant its name, the Candied Yams.
It's very simple. We peel 2 boxes a day.
2 boxes totaling 80 pounds.
Does all of that get eaten in a full day?
Yep, almost. Woo.
That's a lot of peeling potatoes, so I figured I would help out a bit.
I like that you can just, let it drop on the floor.
Yep, we just let it drop on the floor.
And we clean up our mess when we're done.
I won't be here for that part.
Well, looks like I got that nailed down. Time to move on.
So we go from peeling to then cutting, right?
To cutting.
Gotcha.
So we cut these. They are, see, little chunks.
Nice.
The chunks get thrown into a pot, They all get mixed together with 5 different seasonings.
What kind of seasonings do we put in there?
What?
Oh, I can't give away the secret.
You want me to tell you my recipe?
Wow. Well, I was gonna go
Matt.
home and do this all for myself.
No way! You might want to open a Candied Yam too.
The
or
spices
something.
are a secret.
But you know what, Max? What's so cool at the Candied Yam, most of our food has 5 ingredients or less.
Okay.
No preservatives.
Okay.
So just like my mom and dad used to make.
So I guess I couldn't steal the recipe, but I did get to steal a glance at the finished product.
And that's as simple. And
You can smell
exactly.
the sweetness of the
Yeah.
yams. Wow, that's fantastic.
But the sweetest treat of the day wasn't something sweet at all. Jessica let me try her famous collard greens.
My first ever collard green.
Is it really?
So I feel like the bar is set pretty high now.
So what do you think about that collard green?
They're good. I hate vegetables.
Really?
So the fact that I like this right now is saying a lot.
Okay, well, good.
Yeah.
So we just heard a great story, we ate some great food, there was just one final order of business to take care of.
Before we take off, here on Fox 17 Unfiltered, what I want to do with every one of my guests is take a Fox 17 selfie with this lovely little Polaroid.
Awesome.
So let's get in here. Let's say Fox 17 Unfiltered on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Fox 17 Unfiltered.
Now that is a lovely picture, and that is a wrap on today. You got served.